Hello, my name is Yolanda Williams, and I want to talk to you in regards to the Workers' Comp Appeal Board corruption that is taking place in Southern California. This is also happening in Northern California. There's a gentleman by the name of Ernest Holmes who's been fighting his case, which is just ridiculous, for 25 years. The gentleman has pins in the back of his neck, and he takes medicine, pain medicine, and he's been going through this for 25 years. It's absolutely crazy. And my reasoning for doing this video is because we need an investigation of the Workers' Comp Appeal Board. District Attorney, Attorney General, Ms. Kamala Harris, Mr. Holmes came to you, sent you a letter rather, to tell you about what was going on. You then turned him and told him to go back to the same people, the Workers' Comp Appeal Board, to get something resolved, when that's why they came to you in the first place, to get it resolved. But you didn't listen. And now the guy is still dealing with it. Who is over Workers' Comp Appeal Board? You see? Who is overseeing what the judges do there? Yes, there's rules and regulations. But if they don't follow them, who is there to make sure that they do follow them? Who, as injured workers, who do we go to say, hey, this is not happening here? They're violating the rules. They're violating my civil rights. Okay? In my case has been going on for 10 years with Los Angeles Unified School District. No longer work for them. But I'm still fighting a case that is 2006. It's ridiculous. Not only me, there's another person who's fighting with LAUSD. There's another person who actually died. He was sprayed with the fire extinguisher by students. And his wife is fighting for his benefits now that he's passed away, because they delayed him so much that he never got his benefits. Okay? There's a person by the name of Rosie Press, 16 years. She did same thing happened to her as far as the fire extinguisher. And to this day, nothing. Fighting, 16 years. Okay? Mine is 10. I say this. We need someone to look into this. This is not right. This is not why the system was put in place. It was for injured workers to get treatment, be compensated for their injuries, go back to work, not lose their jobs, not lose their houses, their cars, everything they worked hard for just because they got injured. Now they have nothing. Why judges, defense attorneys, insurance company still get money, and the injured worker is suffering, and suffering even more. It's not right. I, on the other hand, came back to Long Beach Workers' Comp Appeal Board after 2 years. I went to Van Nuys because I left Long Beach in 2013. Actually, now it's 3 years. Because I tried to get a reassignment of a judge, which you can do that, people, if you want to know. It's called the Petition for Automatic Reassignment. And I have reasons for it. I'm going to quickly read it to you. Basically, she stated, I will overrule your objection, and it will be a waste of your time, and this will delay your case further. So she's letting me know already, I'm going to delay whatever you say. Okay? Then she goes to say, how does it prejudice you? I tell her, it's simply not being able to object within the time allotted, because you are supposed to be able to look at the non-medicals and medicals in 10 days before it goes to the doctor that you're supposed to see. You're supposed to be able to do that if you're in pro per. Okay? Then she goes on, I've worked with Mr. Christine, which was the defense attorney, and I find him to be very professional and communicate fairly. So in this petition that I write, she's telling me that she's going to do this, and she's going to do that, and she's going to object, and it's a waste of my time. So I'm asking, well, I need a reassignment because I'm not going to get a fair deal with her, and I'm not going to. It's going to be biased because she has a bias for the defense. Okay, so whatever I say is not going to be heard fairly. She can't be impartial. So with that, I should have been able to get another judge, but that was June 28, 2013, and then turn around and I get an answer August 29th, about a month and a half later, and it says, 2 months later, it says, we have considered the allegations of the petition for disqualification and the contents of the report of the Workers' Compensation Administrative Law Judge with respects thereto. Based in our review of the records and for the reasons stated in said report, which we adopt and incorporate, we will deny disqualification. So that's what they did. They denied it. They didn't give any explanation, no case law, no labor code, nothing. Just, we're going to deny it. Why? Because we can. We're the judge. And this is why I say, who is over San Francisco? Because if you're denying San Francisco the rights of the injured worker to get an impartial judge, and the applicant can prove that the judge is biased, and you deny it just straight out with no explanation, because there's no explanation you can really give because she proved that there is bias. So if you can do that, somebody needs to oversee this judge, and her name is Margaret Sweeney. Okay, and her decision was agreed by, as they say, concurred, Frank Brass and Ronnie Kaplan. Right here, Frank Brass and Ronnie Kaplan. So if they can do this kind of stuff and get away with it, and nobody is coming down and saying, hey, you can't do this, then they're going to keep on doing it. Oh, we'll just deny it. What can they do? We're the judge. You see? So I ask you again, Attorney General Kamala Harris, look into the Workers' Comp Appeal Board. Look into the Workers' Comp Appeal Board. It's corruption. They're doing what they want to do. They're furthering cases. They're supporting bad faith insurance company practices by denying until death. Some injured workers die trying to get their benefits, Miss Attorney General. And this should not happen. Okay? It should not happen. You're in this business for justice and to make sure that the system runs fairly. As you go and get the sheriff department, you need to come and look into the Workers' Comp Appeal Board and get some of the judges who are basically doing the same thing, obstructing justice. Plain and simple. Because they think nothing can happen to them. And as Eileen Decker, District Attorney, stated today regarding Tanaka, no one is above the law. I would love to see that. Let's investigate Workers' Comp Appeal Board, do an audit, do utilization review, checks to see how quickly they do MSC hearings, do they adhere to the rulings, not the rulings, the labor code, and the time frame things are supposed to be done. Because it's clearly stated here